lesson, you are going to learn informal and formal tone in English written expressions. After the lesson, you are expected to: first, identify the characteristics of informal and formal tone in English writing. Second, differentiate informal tone from formal tone in English writing. And last, explain what make the given sentences formal or informal. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1 that says, I asked our president about COVID preparedness, and he said, we have not done enough to be ready? Or is it sentence 2? When asked about COVID preparedness, President Lopez said, the city has more work to do. He encourages everyone to cooperate with the mandates of the government. I'll give you 10 seconds. This sentence has an informal tone because it uses the first-person point of view or the personal pronoun I. And it does not mention the name of the president. While this sentence has a formal tone because it uses the third-person point of view by the use of the pronoun he, and it also specifies who the president is. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1 that says, the students attended the conference yesterday? Or is it sentence 2? The conference was attended by the students yesterday. I give you 10 seconds. This sentence has a formal tone because it uses the active voice in which the subject of the sentence is the doer of the action. In the sentence, we have the students as our subject, who were the ones performing the action, which is attended the conference. That is what is meant by active voice. While this sentence has an informal tone because it uses the passive voice in which the subject of the sentence is the receiver of the action. So in the sentence, we have the conference as our subject, and this subject is not the one performing the action, but instead the one receiving the action. And that is what is meant by passive voice. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1 that says, the final debate will start in 30 minutes? Break a leg? Or is it sentence 2? The final debate will start in 30 minutes. Good luck. I give you 10 seconds. This sentence has an informal tone because it uses an idiom, which is break a leg, while this sentence has a formal tone because it uses a clear expression, good luck, then using an idiom, break a leg. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1 that says, she should submit the final output ASAP? Or is it sentence 2 that says, he should present the group output as soon as possible? I give you 10 seconds. This sentence has an informal tone because it uses an acronym ASAP, while this sentence has a formal tone because as soon as possible is written clearly. Unlike in the previous sentence, we use acronym like ASAP. And in here, it is spelled or it is written clearly as soon as possible. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1? The last group did not present their final project. Or is it sentence 2? The last group didn't present their final project. I give you 10 seconds. This sentence has a formal tone because it does not use any contraction, while this sentence has an informal tone because it uses a contraction like didn't. So to make this sentence into formal, it should be did not, or it should be spelled separately, did and not didn't like in this second sentence. Which sentence has informal and formal tone? Is it sentence 1 that says, she must complete the requirements before the classes start this week? Or is it sentence 2? Did she already complete the requirements? I give you 10 seconds. This sentence has an informal tone because it uses an exclamation as a punctuation mark. While this sentence has a formal tone because using question mark and period is formal than using exclamation. So, we will now summarize what we have learned today. A written expression or discourse is formal when it uses a third-person point of view, pronouns like he, she, it, or they. When it uses active voice, when it does not use any contraction, when it uses a clear expression, not an idiom or slang words, when it does not use an acronym, and when it uses period or question mark. On the other hand, a written expression or discourse is informal when it uses first and second person point of view, pronouns like you and I, when it uses passive voice, when it uses any contraction, when it uses idioms or slang words, when it uses an acronym, and when it uses an exclamation mark. Do you have any questions or feedback? Please write them down in the comment section.